On February 2nd, 2019, Raphael Assuncao and Marlon Moraes fought in the main event at UFC Fortaleza on ESPN+. Just a quick disclaimer, if you were going to this video just to watch the replay of what happened, this isn't what this is. I'm just actually going to break down where Marlon Moraes was able to get Assuncao to the ground and how he's able to finish. So this is more of a technical breakdown than it is just a highlight video. So if that's fine with you, then keep watching. If not, then go ahead and skip. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to first look at how Marlon Moraes got the fight to the ground with his overhand rights, how he was setting it up. So early in the fight, what he was doing a lot of was throwing this check lead hook. A lot of times with Assuncao in the previous fight, even in this fight, he would be looking for the overhand right. So if you start to loop that right hand over, you can leave some space for that lead hook. And that's what Moraes was looking for. So he throws the uppercut, goes for the lead hook. Again, you can see that Assuncao's hand is down here. So there's the opening for it, but it looks like he misses here. But now lead hand's down, catches him with the overhand right, rocks him. Again, lead hand's down again, another overhand right coming, and drops him. And from here, he's going to start pounding on the ground. Now, from once he got to the fight to the mat, he was having some trouble creating some space and actually landing some good ground and pound, and that in large part is due to Assuncao being very good off his back and really good at controlling him. One of the things that I saw online is people were talking about how he did a great job at passing Assuncao's guard or passing to half. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or at least if you're in a competition, a pass to half isn't actually a pass. So if you pass to side mount or pass to mount, then you're actually getting points. If you pass to half guard, you're not actually getting any points. Some rule sets, if you are in half guard and you can control the guy's far shoulder and get a far side underhook and flatten their shoulder to the back, you'll get some points, but it's really dependent on rule set. So Moraes does actually get to half guard a couple times here. So this is the first time he passes over to half guard. One thing you want to notice, though, is every time he does, Assuncao is able to get this right shin. He's able to get it inside of Moraes' leg here to get a butterfly hook. And what he'll do is he'll elevate Moraes and then get back into a butterfly guard. And he actually attempted a sweep there and was somewhat close to it. So there he goes. He's putting that leg in. All right, butterfly hooks in. And now you're going to be able to see he's going to lift up Moraes' hips up in this direction and get back to a full guard while Moraes is trying to maintain his base. So there we go. He's got the second butterfly hook in and he's back to a full guard. No damage done to the pass by Moraes. Now Assuncao, who's still hurt, is going to look to see if he can get on top here and take advantage of Moraes. That's worth noting that Moraes recently got to black belt. Assuncao a long-time black belt. But they're very good at grappling, and obviously Moraes was able to finish with a guillotine choke. But just worth noting. So here he gets the butterfly hooks. Now he goes foot on hip. Don't want to skip too far ahead. But here he's going to go back to the butterfly hook. And now you can see him elevating Moraes. So this foot's off the mat right here. He's got his butterfly hook lifting up. The camera's going to change angles. Moraes' hips are way up here. Assuncao wants to get underneath. He could scoot his hips in a little bit further to try to work on the sweep. Right now he's trying to control this arm, or more so the elbow. Tries to lift him up. Moraes does a good job of maintaining his balance, getting his hips back so Assuncao can't get too far underneath. And he's able to prevent the sweep. So now he's starting to settle in again. And then pass it over to half. And again, once he passed over to half, we got the same thing that we had before, where there's that momentary, or that short momentum where he had pressure on those strikes. Assuncao his leg into butterfly hook, cover back to full guard. But eventually, Moraes started actually landing some good shots here. So Moraes is back on guard after passing at half again. Makes this out of the way. Just push him away. Goes for a nice elbow up here. Now, Assuncao's up against the cage. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He's tried to sweep him with a butterfly, or tried to use his butterfly guard to get a sweep. Couldn't do it. Moraes is heavy on top. He's pretty quick in being able to pass to half guard, though he wasn't able to get much further than that. So at this point, it's been about a minute since he got dropped. Assuncao wants to get the fight back to the feet, so he's going to start wall walking here. And Moraes does a great job of reacting to it. Now he's getting up. Moraes feeds right into the guillotine. And from here, you have to credit Moraes a lot to have the balls to go for this with a guy like Assuncao. because anytime you go for a guillotine, there's a great risk that you're giving up position to go for it, especially with the arm in. Sometimes it might not be as tight as going no arm, although I guess it just depends on your personal preference. I personally like to go without the arm. You can get it both ways, but I feel like if I go no arm and I miss it, it's easier for me to kind of scramble through, recover, and either get back to a neutral position or still end up in a positive position. Whereas with the arm in, sometimes that might not be the case. So here he's driving up against the fence. Assuncao doesn't have much room to back out, so Moraes is able to drive him in here. This helps him out a lot. Now he's going to pull. One thing to notice here is Assuncao's head is on Moraes' right side, or Moraes' left side. So whenever you have a guillotine that you're trying to defend, what you want to do is move your body to the opposite side. So for Assuncao, he wants to be going over this way to Moraes' right, but Moraes is doing a good job with his right leg to keep him from doing that. And plus, based on the position they're at, it's not really that feasible for him to pass over. He could try to kick off the fence, but Moraes is doing a good job of turning him the other way. So now what Assuncao has to do is try to roll through and get on, as he rolls through, try to escape in the process. He does that. Now here, if you're Raphael Assuncao, biggest thing you want to do here is be able to get underneath Moraes' hips. Usually it'll be with your knee. You try to push away and force his hips back up this way to create some space, and then in there you can try to scramble your way out of there. It looks like Assuncao probably wanted to do that, but Moraes was wise to it and did a great job of avoiding that. So here you can actually see Moraes kicking off of the fence, and what he's trying to do is avoid this knee from getting into the hips and then pushing away. So he's going to kick off the hip to get his hips out, and then he's going to drive his hips down after he gets them out. So right now he's kicking off the fence to go out. He's going to drive into the body to go down. Now he's driving in, pushing down. And now from here, Raphael Assuncao is in big trouble. This is his right arm. So his right arm's caught in there. It's stuck. Left arm is already caught in with the arm and guillotine. Moraes is doing a great job of driving his hips in. And from here, he's just going to want to arch his back out. So up and out to finish from here. But from here, no matter how good your technique is, this is a really bad position to be in. Even though Assuncao is a high-level black belt, this is just a tough spot to be caught in. So now Moraes is squeezing, driving down, arches his back now, and that's when he gets the tap. So great job by Marlon Moraes. Very good technique all the way through. Good job catching Assuncao with his hand down at the feet to be able to drop him. Nice quick little passes to half guard that wasn't able to do much to either to use ground and pound or to pass from there. Good job catching Assuncao when he got up with the guillotine. Great job being aggressive and actually going for it. Good job of making the adjustment to get his hips past the knee line and then driving the hips down so Assuncao can create any space, and then obviously arching the back in the tap. So great job from Marlon Moraes. At this point, it's pretty clear. You would imagine he's getting a title shot against TJ Dillashaw next. The only issue might be that now if TJ Dillashaw is your 135-pound champion, Marlon Moraes' case is that he's on a 3-fight win streak. Henry Cejudo's case is that he just beat TJ. And just beating TJ, I think, is probably a better case, especially if the UFC is trying to get rid of the flyweight division. They'd be more than happy to have Cejudo go up and then use the time while that fight's getting prepared to shut down the flyweight division for good. So I could see a scenario where Cejudo gets the title shot against Dillashaw over Moraes, but at this point, I think Moraes has done more than enough to earn a title shot. So hopefully he gets it.